I feel like I've got quite a bit to say again. I just got out of a meeting with some of the providers. And I just have to say, I am super proud of my daughter right now. The kid is a go-getter. I'm just really feeling very proud of her today, which is interesting because we talked last night and we had a video chat last night and then we talked on the phone for quite a bit. And it was typical mother-daughter, clashing because I'm telling her what I think she ought to do or choices she should make. And of course, everything I'm saying is not what she wants and it's her life. And she reminds me a lot like, Mom, you're the one that always told me I know what's best for me and not to let other people tell me what's best for me. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You got me there. You definitely know what's best for you and I do not. But she'll ask me for advice, but then she doesn't like anything that I suggest. And that's kind of where that stemmed from. As far as finding a job or a career, she wants to do one thing and I'm suggesting something else. And anyway, typical stuff, which is fine. We ended up getting off the phone, both very agitated with one another. And then when we had a meeting today, she was so composed and it just made me very happy. So it was good. Another thing is I reached out to my doctor. I did a bunch of research on menopause and different things you can take that will help with hot flashes. I sent a message to my doctor because that's the great thing since the whole pandemic. You can do so much online now, so I don't have to necessarily make an appointment. I told her I'd schedule an appointment if I had to, but these are the symptoms I'm having, including the weight gain, the hot flashes, and zero libido, and mood swings, which I feel like definitely more mood swings than before. So we'll see what she says about that. But I'm glad I had a chance to do that. I was able to work remotely until my meeting today, and now that's why I'm going to work now. Working remotely, you can get little things done that have been on the back of your mind, but you just haven't done it. So after our discussion last night, that went kind of south. I was feeling not great, and I went to bed early, and I thought to my mind, I'm grateful for the gifts that I received, and I'd really like some guidance. And I'm always asking for guidance. Please guide me in the right direction. Please show me how I can be helpful to other people. Please show me what I need to do. And it's kind of sitting in silence, or in my case, laying down in silence because I was going to bed and letting things happen organically, again, without fighting. In today's call, it was a video call and it had a lot of providers on the call, and I really voiced my opinion. And again, I felt like I was doing what I said not to do. And I get into this mama bear mode, and then I feel kind of badly about it. But anyways, I felt it went well. All things considered, I said my piece, and I'm glad I did because I got feedback and I felt better. I didn't make a plan of what I was going to do or say, but I just kind of, again, organically, if I really felt something was surfacing, I did say it because I don't speak up for myself a lot. I don't speak up for myself at all, actually. I speak up for my loved ones. So that's what I did. But I did feel like I said what I had to say, and I felt like the whole meeting was productive. That's kind of how I want to leave it. And I hope everyone has a great day, and now I have to head into the fiery depths of hell. I mean my office, sorry. Bye, guys. I've been watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, as I'm sure most people have. And it is rather comical, I've got to say. But it got me thinking, as far as mental health, they discuss Amber having borderline personality disorder. And it's just interesting to me. It's one of those things that, okay, if you have any sort of mood disorder, how do you reconcile that? I mean, no, it does not give you a license to treat others like shit, obviously. But do they realize that they're treating others that way? Do you ever wonder what goes on in their mind? Does she believe what she's saying, or is she just that manipulative? Does anyone else ever wonder that? Who the hell am I to say? I'm not in her head, thankfully, but it really is not painting her out in a very good light at all. And I feel for him because it's obvious to me he got entangled in her web, like I've discussed, and he fought, and the harder you fight, remember I told you, the harder it is to get out. The more energy you assert, the more energy that comes back to you in a way. The best case scenario in his situation would have been like, see you later. Once you see the first red flag, let that go. We don't do that. If we love somebody or are infatuated or whatever it might be, because I've done it, I've seen other people do it, it's this weird grooming effect of some sort. It's like listening to that trial, want to say, Johnny, what are you thinking, dude? There's a lot of good looking females out there. What the heck are you doing? The first time she got mad at you for untying your boots or whatever the hell it was, why weren't you out the door? What are you thinking? Maybe I'm the only one that has thought that, but it's easy for us to judge. I think we all empathize with him, but when you're in it, he probably really did feel like he loved her, but that makes for a very complicated love. I think what happens, speaking for myself, when I've been in this type of relationship, either because it might be a family member or somebody I've been dating, or I think you feel like you want to fix the person, right? You want to give them a chance to fix themselves, or maybe you're extra special, so they're going to change the personality for you. I've been in a relationship in particular that was very much abusive. I just got to say it. And it took a while, you know. The first year, you don't see it, but then you might see little things. But by the time you start seeing the red flags, it's too late. You're already falling for the person or who you think that person is. Because when we first start dating, we put them on a pedestal, right? You create what you want and they give you what you want to see. And we do it too. I'm on my best behavior when I'm first dating somebody because they're not giving me any reason not to be, and vice versa. It's a pattern that you see over and over. You see these abusive relationships, and it's tough when you entangle love with abuse. And I wish we just knew that that is not love. Emotions, to me, they're just so complicated. And is that really love, or you've invested and you don't know how to get out of it at this point? It's almost like gambling. You invest all this money, you keep gambling, you win, and it's like in a relationship. All the good things happen, but then something really bad happens. You lose all your money, or somebody does something that is not okay, and you're like, maybe it's time to go. But then you think of all those good things, and you're already entangled with this person, so it's kind of hard to just walk away. Some people have kids involved, or you're married, or you live together, or whatever it might be. It's very hard once we get into a routine or a pattern to just walk away when you've invested your time and your energy and your love into this relationship. So I don't know that I really have a point with this. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit with Johnny and Amber, because I think we can all relate, probably not exactly with what you know, he's dealing with, but we can all relate to being in that type of relationship. And then I just wonder what her perspective is, and it'll be interesting to hear her talk, but what is her thought? I think most people are seeing very clearly, wow, she has got issues and this guy was not treated right. At least that's my take from it. But I wonder what is going in her mind. What's the end goal here? I find it very fascinating. Does she actually believe what she is saying? I think some people perceive things very differently. Two people can see the same or be in the same situation, and then you separate the people and tell them to describe the situation. You're going to get one perspective and another perspective, and those perspectives are going to depend on either your beliefs, your upbringing, or your mental health. And mental health is really just a form of thought, right? It's your beliefs. I feel like we're all connected, but we're all so different, and we all see things so differently. And I guess that's what makes life, isn't it? If we all thought the same, I guess it'd be kind of boring, or not. All right, guys, I'll see you in the morning. Have a great night.